Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hey y'all, it's Betsy. So today I figured we'd do a fun video. I'm still editing the nail video, but I get asked quite a bit on what's my favorite foundation, what's my favorite primer. So I figured I would kind of do a holy grails of these are my tried and true products that I use all the time, that I go back to and I just love. There are some things that are newer, there are some things that have been around forever, but I figured this would be kind of fun so you could see my headspace and what I use all the time. Now, as far as primers, my absolute favorite that I use all the time is the Hourglass Mineral Veil. I take and purchase this in this very generic looking tube because this is the biggest size you can get and it's cheaper to buy it per ounce when you purchase it this way. And this is my favorite, and I will leave a link to where you can purchase these products in the description box down below. So if you're interested, I will try to get that done. So that is my favorite primer. My favorite foundation is, and it depends on the time of year, but this one I go back to all the time. I use it during the summer, I use it during the winter. It's just a good foundation and I really like it. It is the Milani 2-in-1 foundation plus concealer. This is the shade medium beige, and I am wearing all these products today that I'm going to talk about in this video. And I change color. I go from like the 4, and then during the summer I'll use the 6. But this is a great foundation. It lays on the skin beautifully, and I know how it's gonna perform. So this is one of my tried and true, and I reach for this more than any. This is probably one of the few foundations I have actually repurchased. So that should tell you something, because I'm always trying out new things. Even before I started doing this channel where I have the makeup videos and stuff like that, I've always loved makeup. And I've always purchased a lot, so I go through and try out new things, and so things get relegated, but these are things that here in the past, 6 months or whatever, that I reach for. Other than there are some new products that I absolutely love that I just keep reaching for because they're so good. Other than that, for concealer, I have fallen in love with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. It is the concealer I'm wearing today. This is the shade C6, and as you can see, this hasn't been out that long, but I have gone through quite a bit. I use this all the time. This is right now my holy grail favorite concealer. I can interchange foundations a lot of times, but that has been one of my favorites. For contour, because I like to use a cream contour and then I put a powder bronzer on top, I have been in love with the Wet n Wild contour stick in the color Where's the Walnut. You've seen me use this in a lot of videos, and it performs as well as the Benefit Hoola, just about the same color, and for the price, it's awesome. I mean, and as you can see, it's well loved. So, on to powder. Now, this isn't in the right container because I do not like the container for the RCMA No Color powder, but the RCMA No Color powder is one of my favorites. It's inexpensive. It's $12 for a big 2-ounce thing, and it is just so finely milled and it lays on the skin beautifully. It is so soft. So I go through quite a bit of that. Now, on to eyebrow products. My favorite eyebrow pencil of all times, I've used this quite a bit. As you can see, it's well loved. I have actually went through probably 6 of these. That's all that's left on this one. This is the It Cosmetics Brow Power in Universal Taupe. This is amazing. It's what I have on my eyebrows today. As I've said in many videos, I prefer a pencil. This is my holy grail. I will always keep repurchasing that. I like the shape of the pencil. It goes on well. Very, very easy to use. Now, continuing on with eyes, there's no guess here. My favorite eye primer is the MAC Paint Pot in the color Soft Ochre. I use this all the time. I've tried many eye primers. This is my absolute holy grail. Now, mascara was an easy one. The Dior Show Blackout in the color black. This is my absolute favorite mascara. I repurchased this quite a bit. It won't even close completely because I use it so much. I try a lot, but I try a lot of different mascaras, and this is my favorite. I've used this ever since I was able to get it at a Sephora. I have used it. It is amazing. And it's pricey, but I mean, this is well worth the price to me. Now, on to bronzers. My favorite bronzer is actually the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I love the way it smells. It looks beautiful. It doesn't go on patchy. This is my favorite bronzer, or at least at this point it is. You know, you keep trying new things and things change, but I mean, that's one I constantly go back to. For blush, as you can see, this is another one that's well loved. This is the NARS Blush in Orgasm. This is probably the closest I have ever gotten to hitting pan on a blush. Once I found this is always one that I go back to. It is absolutely beautiful on the skin. It gives just the perfect amount of flush to the cheeks. It looks beautiful. And a new favorite is for highlight is the Anastasia Amorisi highlight. Since I've purchased this, I've probably used this more than any other highlighter. And I mean, as you can see, it is starting to get some love to it. And I think this might actually be a highlighter I hit pan on. It looks beautiful. It gives just the right amount of glow. It is absolutely amazing. So for eyeshadow, one palette that I've actually used quite a bit of, and it's somewhat of a newer palette, and there's a lot of people who don't really care for this, but it has been very good to me, is the Too Faced Clover palette. I love this, and it is easy to travel with. It has lots of fun, bright colors like the purple and the teal and the pinks and this duochrome shade, and the yellow is amazing. I have the Wet Kisses bronze color is what's on my lid today. But it is a nice mix of fun colors plus your basic neutrals. I can pretty much do anything with this palette, and I really like this. I mean, it goes on beautifully, so I have no complaints about that. Now, lips was a little bit more difficult to decide on what products I absolutely loved, but there are some that I've used over and over and repurchased throughout the years. For lip liner, it is the MAC in Boldly Bare, and then the MAC lipstick in Velvet Teddy. This one's a newer one. I just purchased this. When I was a teenager, Clinique had a color called Tenderheart that I used to use all the time, and this is almost identical to it. So this shade is my favorite. And it's creamy, and it goes on and it stays on as well as any regular lipstick will. But as I said, one of my favorites. And it's something that I really probably couldn't live without. Now, for setting spray, this is no question here. The MAC Fix Plus, this is the coconut one. But I use this all the time. I repurchase it. I just ordered a new one because I have already used, you know, quite a bit out of this one. But I love a setting spray. It helps melt everything into your face. And MAC Fix Plus is the tried and true. I've tried a lot of others, and there's some that I like, but this is what I use on an almost daily basis. And these are products that when I'm not filming videos, that if I need to do a quick face, that I will grab and use and that's to me what a holy grail should be. The ones that you reach for when you don't have to reach for anything else. Like if I'm not trying out a new product and I'm just going to the movies or whatever, these are the things that I will grab, that I know how they perform, that I absolutely love and will use over and over and over again. So hopefully you'll like this video, so don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. That really helps me out. Leave a comment down below on what your favorites or your holy grail makeup is. I'd like to see everybody's answers for that. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below, and if you hit the little bell notification icon next to it, it will notify you when I post new videos, which I try to post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sometimes I miss Friday, depends on how crazy the week gets. Don't forget to check me out on all my other social media, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or my second channel, which is Cuttin Corners Vinyl. So I guess that's it. So thanks, and y'all have a great day.